appropriate.
At the moment, clothes, yeah.
A foggy day in Cougar Town. That actually is the
Alright.
beginning of a promising lyric.
One, two, one, two, one, two, three.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our 2023 Recognition Gala program will begin in 5 minutes.
One more? Boston. Yes. C minor.
Good evening, Cougs, and welcome to the 2023 Recognition Gala. Please put your hands together and welcome to our stage your host for this evening's program, WSU alum Tim Pham.
Hello, good evening, everyone. It is so good to see you. Hopefully you can hear me. If everyone can make it to their seats. Oh man, what a great event. It's so good to see all of you back here in Pullman. It's also good to be back in Pullman, especially for homecoming week, right? We got those Wildcats. I believe in the Cougs. Come on now. Well, come on, that deserves a round of applause. I never had a voiceover guy say my name. That was pretty cool. Well, but as the voiceover guy said, my name is Tim Pham. I'm a morning anchor at KREM 2 News in Spokane, Washington, and it is my honor to be here with you tonight. I'm in my dream job in Spokane right now. I'm a West Side guy, grew up in Seattle, but I love Spokane. I love the East Side, and I love being close to Pullman. And one of the things that I love about my job is that I get to report on history. There's history happening every single day in the news, and I get to report on it as it happens. But it's also a very early wake-up call. Yeah, I get up at 1 a.m. in the morning, folks. I got to be at work by 3 a.m. So it's past my bedtime tonight, but I'm so glad to be here. But I wouldn't miss this event because I've heard so much about your generosity, and I had to be here. As a student, I actually received a full-ride scholarship to Washington State University and the Edward R. Murrow College of Communication. So thank you so much. I am so thankful. The first thing I want to say to this beautiful room of people, by the way, you guys all look so snazzy. I saw you up there. You're looking good, especially table 21 over there. Yeah, that's right. You changed my life and helped me realize my dreams and potential. So again, you're going to hear thank you a lot tonight, but you deserve every thank you out there. And I am just one of the thousands who've been so blessed. And it is if every person in this room had the chance to say thank you, that's been touched by your generosity, we'd be here all night. And yeah, that means I'd be up pretty late and late for work. So again, just say we're so thankful. This room is filled with people who've made significant, empowering, life-changing contributions to the students, faculty, administration, and programs of Washington State University. Some of you have already been celebrated before at prior galas, but your transformative support is so vital, and we can't say thank you enough. So welcome once more if you've been celebrated at a previous gala. And the rest of you tonight, our featured guests, have reached new heights of giving in the past 2 years. Levels so significant that we've stopped our daily doings and came all the way to Pullman, and I know it's far for some of you. Some of you made a long trip just so we could celebrate your generosity and sing your praise. So let's give a round of applause. So it's actually been, I found out that it's been 2 years since we had the last gala, about 2 years. So tonight we have a double batch of honorees to applaud, and every amazing donor is listed there in your pamphlet there, and you can read more about those donors, where they give, why they give, and the impact they're making. And tonight, as we progress through dinner, we'll also get up close and personal, or get that exclusive. I had to throw in a TV term, right? Come on. About all of those people and recognize them publicly. We'll flow through the Crimson Benefactor donors to the laureates, to the Crimson laureates, and describe what all those levels mean and share a meal together. We also will have a pair of student MCs that you'll meet in just a little bit, enjoy stories of your donation impact, and hear from foundation leaders Lisa King and Mike Connell. I'm so eager to hear your stories, and one of the things that I learned as a student here at WSU, and which my career is confirming, is that the more we know about each other, the better our world can be. This room abounds with benefactors who are making our university and our world better and better, and I can't wait to discover how. Now, please welcome the person leading us all into a new era, Washington State University President Kirk Scholes.
Please welcome to the stage WSU System President Kirk Scholes.
Thank you, Tim, and thank you all for spending the evening with us as we celebrate philanthropy at Washington State University. As we begin the evening, it's my pleasure to acknowledge the members of the WSU Board of Regents who have joined us this evening. Please stand as I call your name. Brett Blankenship, Enrique Cerna, Marty Dickinson, Isaac Mariquin, and Judy McDonald. Please, a big round of applause for our regents. To each of the remarkable alumni, friends, and industry partners we honor tonight, thank you for your generous investment in Washington State University. Your investment opens doors to impactful educational opportunities for thousands of talented and deserving students through scholarships and programs that help us meet the evolving needs of our students and enrich their experiences on each of WSU's 6 campuses. Your investment fuels the innovative teaching, research, and outreach that advances industries from agriculture to healthcare, business to education that are the core of our economy for our state, region, and beyond. Your investment is bringing state-of-the-art facilities to life at each of our 6 campuses across the WSU system. The last 2 months alone saw groundbreakings for the Taylor Sports Complex and the Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture's Schweitzer Engineering Hall in Pullman, and we look forward to completion of WSU Vancouver's Life Sciences Building in the spring. We'll hear more about these and many other tangible impacts of your philanthropy throughout the evening. The individuals and organizations we proudly celebrate tonight are making a tangible difference for an institution whose land-grant mission is simple but powerful to meet the changing needs of the state of Washington. Your investment allows us to amplify that mission and deliver it better for our state each and every day. The difference between WSU merely getting the job done or being wildly successful is you and your unwavering leadership, advocacy, and generous investment in our students, faculty, and staff. Thank you for all you continue to do to change lives and communities through your generous support of Washington State University. And as always, go Cougs. Thank you.
My name is Grace McGowan, and I am in my 2nd year of my master's here at WSU studying architecture. I was born in China, and when I was 1 year old, I was very fortunate, and a woman from America decided to adopt me and came over and brought me back to Spokane, Washington. My mom is I think she's the most amazing woman. I'm so blessed to have her. I don't tell her enough. She's helped me financially, emotionally, in every single way. I'm just very blessed to have her as a mom in my life. My experience here at WSU has been absolutely wonderful. I've been really close with a lot of professors. I've made lots of great friends. I've had so many opportunities for research, for work, for experience, networking, almost everything that I could hope for out of a college experience. The thing I love most about architecture is that I have so many interests. When I was growing up, I really couldn't decide what I wanted to do, but along this path, I found that architecture for me allows me to do all of those things. I can build, I get to work with people, I get to work with technology, and it's encompassing all of these things I'm really passionate about, and then I get to see an outcome of it, both with a physical building and then the people that it affects. And that's what I'm here for, and that's what I love about it. Without all of the financial support I've been able to get through donors and scholarships, I probably would have only been able to get through my 2nd year of college, and then all of the financial burdens would have been on me. With my own personal experiences, as well as having a job at Student Financial Services, I have the opportunity to see how much all of these donations are able to help students. I work every day with students who come in and talk about the scholarships that they've received and how much that's helped them. For the donors, I want to thank you guys so much for everything that your financial help has done for me and everyone else that you guys have been able to help at this school. For me, it has allowed me to not be stressed and just be able to enjoy and embrace all of the opportunities I have here at Washington State University as a student. I am so excited to graduate, and I am ready to take all of this knowledge and all of this experience that I have gained here and take it out into the real world and see what I can do with that and really be able to flourish, and then come back and pay that back to students, to professors. And I think where that's gonna show is when my first building gets built and I can say I was able to do that because of Washington State University.
Please enjoy your meal service. Our program will resume shortly.
One, two, one, two, three.
Hi, my name is Dominic, and my dream is to be a sports agent. I'm a triple major in accounting, finance, and management information systems. I graduated 2020, and so back in 2020, COVID hit, and I didn't have the luxury to kind of go visit all the schools that I wanted to. And WSU was actually one of the only schools that I didn't get to visit. At that point in time, I really just wanted to weigh all of my options. I was making phone calls to faculty and just trying to ask more questions. And when I called WSU faculty, they were just so welcoming and friendly. And it really stood out from the rest of the phone calls that I had. I visited some other campuses in California, but I chose to go out of state, but to a school that I had never visited before. And I kind of just went on intuition, and it worked out. My experience at Washington State University has been unbelievable. Ever since I stepped on campus, it has been nothing but warm and welcoming. And everyone from the faculty at the Carson College of Business has uplifted me in every way, really. They've helped support me financially, building my character. And I think that I've grown into, a much better individual. Michelle Chapman, Stacy Smith-Cologne, Susie Billington, they've all been big helps to me. I think they're proud of who I've become and who I'm becoming, and I can't wait to continue to make them more proud. And as a first-gen student, I was really nervous at the end of the day. I had no idea what this process looked like, financial aid, FAFSA, the scholarship process. I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to afford going here. And when I chose this school, my parents were reluctant to let me go because it was just a tall task. And I told them to take a chance on me. And when I told them to take a chance on me, I told them I would figure it out. I didn't know how. But I just said I'd be myself, and I'd work hard, and I'd stick to my morals that they had taught me, and I think that it would shake out. When I got that notification, I received the scholarship. It was a very emotional moment for me and my family. It put life into perspective for me, and it made me realize that I'm here for a reason. I'm graduating this spring in May. What's next for me is the sports industry. I've been ambitious, excited about it since I was 15 years old, since I was a kid, and now's finally the time that I get to go out into the industry and show what I'm about and prove what I'm about. I was inspired in so many different ways to attack my life, and I really wanted to capitalize on the opportunity that I was provided, and that's why I have 3 majors. That's why I'm as ambitious as I am. It's just, I really want to make sure that WSU understands that I'm grateful for the opportunity and that I'm not gonna squander it. If my donors were right here, I would love to tell them all the things that I've accomplished in my 3 years here. And I would love to tell them that, my future is bright because of them.
We hope you have enjoyed your meal service. Please put your hands together and welcome back to the stage our host for this evening's program, Tim Pham.
Wow. Just watching Dominic's story, I told you we were going to hear some inspiring stories, and Dominic's story really made me think about the life change the students experience. When you think about it, doesn't just impact their lives, it changes the lives of those around them and the difference they make in the world. So again, thank you. Now, let's meet those wonderful contributors who make Dominic's story possible. The Washington State University Foundation recognizes donors for their annual gifts, their cumulative lifetime gifts, planned giving commitments, and planned gifts. So there are so many contributors and multiple levels of recognition, and tonight we're focused on 3 of the highest levels our donors have reached. The first level celebrates our Crimson benefactors. These amazing donors have given from $500,000 to just shy of $1 million lifetime to Washington State University. $1 million? Come on. It's such a profound commitment, and we're so blessed by all of you. To introduce our honorees, we're joined by 2 current Edward R. Murrow College of Communication students. First, we have Grace LaFramboise. She came to Pullman from Issaquah over on the west side, and she's majoring in public relations. Yeah, Issaquah? Okay. While excelling in the Honors College. She's one smart cookie. And she's also leading campus tours as a Coug connector. I was an orientation counselor when I was in college. My calves are still sore. The Coug calves, right? Well, Evan Charney is also joining us tonight. He's a media and technology major from Connecticut. Yeah, came all the way from WSU because he heard about our great school. He's minoring in Spanish, sport management, and sports communication, and he wants to work for the MLB. I'm glad that they had time to join us in their busy schedules. I know they were probably going to be studying. It's Thursday, right? Come on. All right, let's welcome Grace and Evan.
Thank you, Tim. Evan, this is a big step up from being a Coug connector. I know, and it comes with dinner. I could get used to this.
But first, we need to earn our supper.
Yes, we do. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to meet the newly recognized Crimson benefactors of Washington State University.
Alaska Airlines is an enthusiastic supporter of Washington State University. Since 2016, Alaska Airlines Travel Awards program has delivered thousands of flight credits to students, faculty, and staff traveling to conferences and professional development opportunities. The biannual Alaska Airlines Day brings company executives to WSU campuses to speak to business students, share internship opportunities, and give away tickets. And they are a major supporter of the Sustainable Airlines Fuel Research Center, a joint venture between 3 WSU campuses and Snohomish County. Alaska Airlines is our lifeline from WSU Pullman to the nation and the world. And their newest livery, Go Cougs, just made its debut at the Oregon State home football game. It's a beautiful jet, decked out in crimson and gray from our generous aviation friends. Thank you, Alaska Airlines.
For connecting us with opportunities across the world, we say thank you, Megan Olette, and go Alaska Airlines.
Jerry Danquist grew up in Plaza, Washington. Population 70. His parents ran a roadside cafe gas station along the highway. When he was a kid, his mother told him, "Jerry, if you don't get a degree, you'll be stuck here working for farmers the rest of your life." Thanks to multiple scholarships, Jerry earned a bachelor's degree in pharmacy at WSU. He also earned an MBA at Harvard and took a position at Eli Lilly, where he worked for 33 years. Because those scholarships he received at WSU were essential to a successful life, he endowed scholarships at WSU for future pharmacists. Jerry was also honored as a College of Pharmacy Alumnus of the Year in 2015. Now retired in Indiana, Jerry's love for WSU is still strong, and we are all the better for it.
Jerry Danquist, you've helped us all come a very long way.
Ken Gibson loves Cougar football and basketball, plus volleyball, baseball, soccer, and golf. Naturally, Ken has been a Coug football season ticket holder since 1971, after he established his dental practice in Pullman. Ken and his late wife Judy, and their 2 daughters who grew up to become Cougs, as did their husbands, rarely missed home games. Ken, a major contributor to scholarships for student athletes, has also played a major role in the growth of WSU athletics, having served on the executive board of the Martin Stadium Builders. These days, he shares his tickets with family and his new partner Leah Franzen, who raised 2 Cougs of her own. Ken is also a big proponent of the 1890 Club, a vital part of athlete recruitment and retention. We are grateful for Ken's more than 50 years of giving. His support will enrich the lives of student athletes for generations to come.
Yay, Ken and Leah. Cougs, Cougs, Cougs.
Love it. Wow. I love hearing these stories. Well, again, congratulations to every one of these Crimson benefactors. Also, have you guys seen the homecoming uniforms? They're looking good, nice and crimson. Fantastic things are happening all around us thanks to you. Your support helps Washington State University realize its full potential as a world-class center for education, research, and outreach. The WSU Foundation is honored to celebrate each of you for choosing to support WSU's mission and the work of its students, faculty, and staff. And speaking of work, again, like I mentioned, I have my dream job right now. I get to anchor the morning news and help people start their day in Spokane. But it all started back during 9/11 when the World Trade Center was attacked. That's when I knew that I wanted to be a part of documenting history. And it started right here in Pullman at Washington State University, where I learned to be a journalist. So again, thanks to people like you, you help my dreams come true. Well, let's meet our second wave of Crimson benefactors, people whose lifetime contributions tally from $0.5 to nearly $1 million. Evan and Grace, take it away.
Giving away nearly $1 million, I can't even imagine.
Nor could these people, I'm sure, when they were students just like us.
And yet here they are, amazing.
Let's meet them now.
Mitzi Markin and her late husband Ram were devoted to WSU from the time they arrived at Pullman in 1961. Ram as an economics professor and Mitzi as an accounting instructor. Ram taught business courses and wrote textbooks on free market capitalism, later became dean of the College of Business and Economics, then provost, and finally chancellor of WSU Spokane. Mitzi earned a second accounting degree from WSU, and in addition to teaching accounting, became a certified financial planner. Ram endowed a chair for entrepreneurship at Carson College, and Mitzi gave generously to the College of Medicine in Spokane and to a new residency program in Pullman. Both Ram and Mitzi were thrilled when their 3 children, all Cougs, became medical professionals. Thanks to their service and devotion to WSU, Mitzi and Ram made the university they loved a greater place.
Here's to your health, Markin family. Thank you for improving ours.
Cougar pride is strong at Moss Adams. Here, many alums walk the halls of the largest accounting and financial consulting firm in the Pacific Northwest. These Moss Adams Cougs support WSU by deftly doubling their individual gifts thanks to the company match for each employee's gift. In fact, Moss Adams' primary support to WSU comes through employee matches. The Moss Adams Foundation has also provided generous support to programs at the Carson College of Business, including scholarship funds for accounting students, as well as an accounting faculty endowment. While headquartered in Seattle, each Moss Adams office faithfully reinvests in its community in many ways. WSU is proud to partner with Moss Adams and pleased that they recruit some of our best and brightest graduates to help them meet the demands of business and free enterprise.
Cougar pride comes through for a double win at Moss Adams. Woohoo!
Steve and Janet Okerlund have demonstrated through more than 40 years of giving to WSU their belief that education is a cornerstone of success, including their own, and they are glad to have the opportunity to pay it forward. People and community are also important to them, prompting the Okerlunds to create a merit scholarship for students from their hometown of Conway, Mount Vernon, Washington. Students who spend at least 4 years in Conway, Mount Vernon, and then graduate from Mount Vernon High School are eligible for the annual and renewable scholarship. Janet says, "When we go to the ceremony to honor the winner, it's like we just adopted another grandchild." Their first recipient just completed a degree in nursing. As Steve says, education is the pathway to a better life and world for all of us. Thank you, Janet and Steve, for giving others the opportunity to get on that path.
We're a long way from Conway, but I'm so glad to show this path to a better life through education with you, Janet and Steve.
Besides these 6 honorees we've met tonight, there are even more joining their illustrious company. we invite you to peruse your program to learn all about the generous and influential donors we now call Crimson Benefactors.
Congratulations to all our Crimson Benefactors. You truly are helping Washington State University realize its full potential as a world-class center for education, research, and outreach.
We're just getting started on tonight's recognition, but I'm hoping, Grace, that perhaps we've earned our supper.
I don't know about us, but they certainly have. Please enjoy your entree, which is now being served. We'll be back shortly with even more donors to toast and celebrate.
Bon appetit!
Just don't expect me to get sentimental over you. Are we gonna do it in D minor? Sound right? That's what it came up as. It's a D minor F major, right? Okay. Yes. Yes. Is that right, Cesar? D minor F major? Yeah. Right? Alright, enough of those. He's lost in thought. Sentimental mood. Okay. Swing or Latin? Bossa Nova. Bossa Nova. Great. Yeah, great.
Oh, aren't you nice? Thank you very much. Thanks for all you do for WSU. Thanks for all your support. Makes a huge difference.
Setting my wing nut here. My drumstick's starting to slide.
Why don't you guys just vamp on C and everything?
Okay. We can do that.
One, two,
The first time I went to college was the more traditional timing of right after high school, and the end of that freshman year, I actually found out I had a cancer and was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. And so for the next couple of years, I kind of had to take a break from school and focus on going through treatments and surgeries. And I'm really glad to be able to say that I am now cancer-free and have been and will hopefully continue to be. But then after that, life happens. Had a kid and really took a break from thinking about school for a little while. Going through cancer, I have an appreciation for life that's much different than I did before, and that I wanted to do something impactful with my time here and really make a difference. And what I was doing just wasn't quite fulfilling that. And so I just really wanted to take that chance to follow my own dreams. My daughter, is probably my personal biggest driver, wanting to provide her a good example and a good foundation for her future. Coming back to school, the financial aspect was one of the main concerns, and I was able to qualify for some financial aid, but really it's these scholarships that made it possible. This year I've received some really generous scholarships, and I cannot say how impactful they are enough and life-changing, right? I wouldn't have been able to stay focused on my studies. I wouldn't have been able to take as many classes as I have and been successful without that kind of a support. One of the more meaningful ones, I think, was the one I received from Francesca Wiggins, the Single Parents in STEM Scholarship. And reading a little bit about her background, it sounds like she had a daughter very similar to mine that just really motivated her and was her driver. And to receive a scholarship from someone like that that sees that same potential in me and wants to see another single parent successful and make an impact in the world was just really incredibly validating. It was also really impressive because she graduated just in 2016, so to see somebody who so recently went here themselves providing a scholarship fund like that was just really inspiring. Made me think, I hope I am in that same position one day to be able to give back to people like this. These scholarships have really enabled me to be able to focus on following a dream that I want to pursue while still getting to be a single parent that is able to fill both those parenting roles and really be able to see my child thrive while I'm also able to thrive. This really is truly life-changing. I would not have been able to sit here and do these things. I did not think I could sit here and do these things. I did not think I could receive recognition for doing these things. And so it really is just something I am incredibly grateful for.
We hope you have enjoyed your meal service. Please put your hands together and welcome back to the stage our host for this evening's program, Tim Pham.
Thank you. Ashley's story just pulled at my heartstrings. When you think about how much she has to carry as a single mom, and you think about how her education, she can focus on that now, as she said, because she doesn't have to worry about the financial aspect of her education. So she's able to be a mom, but also focus on her education. So again, thank you so much. Well, I should mention, when I was in Pullman as an undergrad, I was on the men's rowing team, and some of you are scratching your head. You're like, he's so short. how he was on the rowing team? No, I was the coxswain. The little guy, the wee little lad guy that, yells all the commands and gives all the orders to keep everyone on track. That means I didn't really pull my weight. They did make me do all the workouts, which were hard, by the way. But I was very good at keeping them on pace, kind of like being an MC on the water. But I promise I won't yell at you tonight. I won't say, row, 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 but I will say, wow, wow, wow. Because some of these next stories, you're going to be saying, wow, 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 because it is just so incredible of how our donors are so generous. So laureate donors to Washington State University have given from $1 to $5 million lifetime to the university. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It is amazing. It's an amazing contribution to recognize these exceptional individuals. Please welcome back our student MCs, Evan and Grace.
Thank you, Tim. Wow, indeed.
It is an honor to introduce WSU's newest laureate donors.
Let's meet them now.
Joe Collier grew up in Longview, Washington, and attended WSU to study engineering and business. But he withdrew his second year, returning to Longview to work at Weyerhaeuser in their research department. At Weyerhaeuser, where he worked until his retirement, Joe researched the development of sustainable paper-based containers to replace plastic bottles. Joe also established a fund for his nieces and nephews to attend WSU, but each earned degrees without the fund, including Joe's nephew, Jeff Collier, who was the only one who attended WSU, graduating from the Edward R. Murrow College of Communication. Ultimately, Joe established an undergraduate scholarship fund, an investment in WSU that will provide generations of future Cougs the opportunity of a quality education. We appreciate and celebrate Joe Collier's generosity and his investment in helping others complete their WSU education.
Thank you to the Joseph Joe Collier Estate for going all in with his alma mater.
While growing up near Reardon, Washington, young David Ensor pored through stacks of popular mechanics magazines. Next came rock collections, chemistry experiments, a degree from Washington State in chemical engineering, and an illustrious career as a scientist at RTI International, analyzing and safeguarding us from microscopic airborne threats found in industry and at home. His research led to 27 patents and more than 200 publications. His wife, Sarah, also born in Eastern Washington, became a librarian for the North Carolina State Library. A firm believer in the value of higher education, she says, young people need to be challenged to think and learn new things, and a college education exposes them to things and ideas different from their experience. The Ensors have supported the Voiland College of Engineering and Architecture for decades, establishing endowments and other funds to ensure their support continues in perpetuity. Thank you for creating these opportunities for WSU students.
David and Sarah, your experiences enrich us all. Thank you.
Tom Moody was a brilliant, fun-loving, and generous Coug who loved his time at WSU and was thankful for his education. Though earning a general studies degree, he became a mechanical engineer for Puget Sound Energy and then Tenaska Energy, where he traveled the world overseeing the installation of hydroelectric turbines. He even developed a few patents. Tom was also an avid fisherman, chasing salmon and halibut with his lifelong Sigma Phi Epsilon brothers. Above all, Tom was a giving soul. He once paid off a neighbor's student loans. His substantial gifts to his alma mater were given to the President's Discretionary Fund to support crucial game-changing initiatives throughout the university that are creating opportunities from research to student services. We are grateful for the generosity of Tom Moody, a forever Coug.
What a wonderful man.
I wish I could have been his cat sitter.
Thank you to the Thomas Tom Moody Estate.
To say that Tom and Linda Nyhule are pro-education is an understatement. Because they believe higher education teaches students how to think, make decisions, communicate, and contribute to society, they are major supporters of a WSU education. The Nyhules, both successful wealth management professionals, have donated to WSU for nearly 5 decades, endowing multiple faculty funds, a Carson College finance lab, and a College of Medicine residency program in Pullman, to name a few. Tom and Linda have served on multiple WSU boards for years and are longtime advisors for the Carson College of Business. In 2019, the Nyhules received the Brotherton Award for their generous philanthropic support and enthusiastic volunteerism on behalf of Cougar Athletics. As loyal Cougs, they also made a major investment in the Champion Center. We're honored to thank the Nyhules for all they have done.
I am very pro-Nyhule.
Me too.
Go
Cougs!
Cheryl and Mark Ocello are passionate supporters of WSU. They're also savvy ambassadors, enlisting fellow Cougs and others to get involved in making a difference in students' lives. Because they love the thrill of Cougar athletics and its impact on the university and college experience, they established an endowed scholarship for football players. As residents of Spokane, they also know the blessings higher education brings to their community, so they created an endowed scholarship for the Elson S. Floyd College of Medicine. They've also given generously to the colleges of business and engineering. Their ongoing commitment has also included serving on WSU boards, and Cheryl currently serves on the Foundation Board of Directors. Mark and Cheryl are thankful for their WSU educations and will continue to make opportunities and promising futures possible for our students. We're thrilled to have the Ocellos on our team.
I may be a Coug connector, but Mark and Cheryl are Cougar ambassadors.
And now we have something to aspire to. Lead on, Ocellos.
David Pollard's love for WSU and his giving spirit will enrich the lives of WSU students for decades. He has been an athletics committee campaigner supporting the Martin Stadium renovation and was honored with the Biff Brotherton Cougar Spirit Award. Then he was a foundation board trustee and ambassador establishing endowed scholarships for students in the humanities and the arts and was honored with the foundation's Outstanding Volunteer Service Award. Most recently, his transformational gift of the David Pollard Center for the Arts and Humanities has made possible the perpetual funding of events and programs in music, the arts, and humanities. "I love Cougar Athletics, our colleges of business and engineering," said David. "But a university needs the arts and humanities to be truly great because they ask the big questions about who we are as a people." We are grateful for David's visionary gift.
That man is a rock.
Thank you for standing up for our university, David Pollard.
Blair Sprunk is a true Coug. She and her husband Eric both like to say, it's important to give back to those who made us who we are. That includes WSU, where Blair loved the small classes in the Honors College and the close friendships she made. Though a Montana Grizzly, Eric has loved the Cougs since he was a kid attending George Raveling's WSU basketball camp. Earning a degree in accounting, Blair took a job at Price Waterhouse, where she met Eric, who also worked there, but later took a position at Nike, becoming their chief operating officer. For 33 years, they have given generously to Cougar athletics because of its role in enriching the WSU experience. They are also generous to many causes beyond WSU and have established the Sprunk Family Foundation to inspire their 5 children to also give back to those who made them who they are. Thank you to the Sprunks for their generosity.
Thank you, Eric and Blair, for expecting and giving so much.
The Spokane Teachers Credit Union was founded in 1934 by a high school English teacher for the benefit of teachers, and since then has established itself as a force for good in the communities it serves. STCU recently launched its Here for Good Foundation with a $1 million endowment to award grants to Washington schools and nonprofits. For 21 years, STCU has also committed to investing in WSU programs that make it easier for students to learn and succeed. Recent giving to WSU has included nursing scholarships, teaching awards, rural health care, Native American health sciences, and the cash cart used to teach financial literacy to WSU Spokane students. CEO Ezra Eckhart says, through its 6 campuses, WSU is reaching people in all 39 counties, and we're proud to collaborate with WSU in making their outstanding education more accessible and building stronger communities across the state.
Thank you, Ezra Eckhart, Marty Dickinson, and STCU.
It is so great that you are here.
All right, and now it's time to recognize our highest level donors of the evening, the WSU Foundation Crimson Laureate. These next 2 families have given from $5 to $10 million lifetime to Washington State University, and this is such a profound and historic level of giving, and I am so honored to celebrate this moment with all of you. It really is my life passion to bear witness to life-changing events, especially in the community, and when that community is blessing my very own alma mater, it brings me so much joy, and it brings joy to everyone in this room. So Grace and Evan, why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Tim. This is such an honor.
We are filled with pride to call these donors fellow Cougs.
Let's meet our first Crimson Laureate.
Ever the leader ready to get things done, Dan Harmon's support for WSU has been tireless. Last year, the WSU Foundation honored Dan with its highest recognition, the Gibson Distinguished Volunteer Award. No wonder President Schultz called Dan to ask him to lead the university's new $2 billion fundraising campaign. Dan said yes to serving as campaign chair. Meanwhile, he and Kathy continue to support scholarships and programs throughout the WSU system, from Cougar Athletics, to the Honors College, to Voiland College, to the Jordan Schnitzer Art Museum. They're most proud of the Second Chance scholarships they established at WSU Vancouver. Kathy loves connecting with the hundreds of scholarship recipients. Their goal is 1,000. Dan likes to quote one of his mother's favorite sayings, "The greatest gift you can give anyone is an education." We are grateful to the Harmons for their many transformative gifts.
Thank you, Dan and Kathy, for these great gifts you're sharing with all.
Ed and Beatrice Schweitzer believe in the power of education. Beatrice likens education to a door opening up possibilities. Thanks to the Schweitzers, there's a new door opening up possibilities at Voiland College called Schweitzer Engineering Hall, a place where Beatrice envisions young engineers exploring and discovering ideas that help them realize dreams. After Ed invented the first microprocessor-based protective relay, the culmination of his research for his WSU doctoral thesis, he founded Schweitzer Engineering Laboratory, and since has overseen the development of hundreds of products that have made electrical grids more secure, reliable, and efficient across the world. He is proud that SEL employs 450 Cougs and 100 interns, and growing. Through their generosity, the Schweitzers have funded scholarships, paid internships, fellowships, faculty chairs, laboratories, and now a beautiful engineering building where future engineers will discover ways to make a better world. Thank you to the Schweitzers for this truly transformational gift.
Thank you, Ed and Beatrice, for opening so many doors.
Believe it or not, good people, there are even more remarkable individuals and organizations who've reached the laureate and Crimson Laureate levels of giving. Their biographies are also in your printed programs.
Congratulations to each and every one of you, fabulous, indispensable donors.
On behalf of the 26,940 undergrad, graduate, and professional students currently enrolled in this land-grant university, please accept our sincere and boisterous
thank you.
Please welcome to the stage the chair of the WSU Foundation Board of Directors, Lisa King.
Thank you to each of you tonight. I am honored to be recognizing our newest Crimson benefactors, laureates, and Crimson laureates who are here with us this evening. Please stand as you are able or wave when your name is called. Our Crimson benefactors, Alaska Airlines, represented by Meg Olette. Gerald Danquist. Ken Gibson and Leah Franson. Ram and Marcia Markin Estate, represented by their son, Dr. Jeff Markin. The Moss Adams Foundation, represented by Randy Finnick. Steve and Janet Okerlund. Our laureates, Joseph Joe Collier Estate, represented by Roy Collier. David and Sarah Enzer. Thomas Tom Moody Estate, represented by his niece, Marissa Hemingway. Tom and Linda Nihule. Mark and Cheryl Ocello. David Pollard. Blair and Eric Sprunk. STCU, represented by Ezra Eckhart and Marty Dickinson. Our Crimson laureates, Dan and Kathy Harmon. Ed and Beatrice Schweitzer. It is with warm gratitude that we celebrate each of you this evening for your significant and meaningful commitment and investment in the future of Washington State University. Each of you is a difference maker. Thank you for your phenomenal support of WSU's land grant mission and vision. At this time, please join me in raising a glass to toast Washington State University's newest Crimson benefactors, laureates, and Crimson laureates. Cheers to each of you. Thank you, and go Cougs!
Please welcome Mike Connell, VP for WSU Advancement and CEO of the WSU Foundation.
Thank you, Lisa. 35 years ago this week, I accepted a position with Washington State, and that week, on Friday night, I came to the Gala. It is and will always be the best night of the year. Our opportunity to thank Dan and Kathy and Ed and Bea and all of the laureates and Crimson benefactors is an honor that I absolutely cherish. There is nothing quite like being here tonight and being able to look out and see all of you and have an opportunity to just say thank you. There's no way for me to truly explain the value that I find in this role. I just want to pause and soak it up because it's that meaningful to me, to my colleagues, to the university leadership. Tonight, more broadly, we thank each of you and the tens and thousands of donors for their philanthropic investment in WSU. That investment has never been stronger. We have had back-to-back record-breaking philanthropic engagement. More than $322 million has been invested in the students, faculty, staff, research, and our outreach in just the last 2 years. That amount, thank you. That amount in the last 2 years exceeds the total that we raised in our first comprehensive campaign. These incredible investments, they translate into access for more students through scholarships and expanded academic programming. Life-changing student experiences that broaden horizons and perspectives as only a college education can do. Graduates who are well prepared to make a difference in our communities as teachers, doctors, nurses, pharmacists, engineers, business and industry leaders, veterinarians, civic leaders, musicians, journalists, and so many more. Innovative, practical research and discoveries that move our collective base of knowledge forward, helping us realize tomorrow's advances in science and technology, medicine, agriculture, the environment, and even more that improve the quality of life for each and every one of us. WSU's land grant heritage means that we are meeting the educational, research, and service needs for the citizens and communities throughout our state. And when we are doing that right, WSU impacts the region, the nation, and the world beyond. Your investment fuels this life-changing impact. Your investment also inspires others to answer the call to make a difference in the world through Washington State. Everyone here tonight, whether you're an alum or not, is a Coug. And as I like to say, when you are lucky enough to be a Coug, you are lucky enough. Thank you again for spending your evening with us. Have a great night, and go Cougs.
Go Cougs. Go Cougs. Thank you, Mike and Lisa. Thank you for your leadership and all you do, and thank you for capping off this joyful occasion. it was so worth staying up late for. I go to bed at 5 p.m. weeknights, so this is a wild night. I got tomorrow off, though. I don't have to get up at 1 a.m., so who wants to go to the Coug? Yeah, come on. You already been there? I was so thrilled to be your MC tonight. This was so fun. I want to tell you a story before we end the night, though. I got my first job in Great Falls, Montana, at the ABC affiliate in Montana there, and I loved Montana, by the way, but it was a new experience. But it was that same energy that I felt in the first few days of my first gig as a morning anchor when the weatherman suddenly quit. And then my boss was like, "You're gonna be a meteorologist now." And I was like, "A meteorologist? I wasn't good at science and math," but you know what? I quickly learned that that was going to be a new opportunity for me to expand my skills, and I quickly learned the value of saying yes. And I learned all the towns in Montana and the geography. You can quiz me. Tonight was a new thing for me on a whole new level and a wonderful opportunity for me to deploy my skills that I learned at WSU and use my degree from the Communications College for a fantastic cause. It was an honor to be able to say yes to you. And it was such a joy to meet a room full of people who say yes again and again and again to the students, faculty, and the university. We love our school, right? We love Washington State University. Your historic contributions witnessed here tonight are changing the world for the better. Thank you. And now, we got to do one more thing. It's homecoming week, right? I had one request. If I was going to do this, I was like, we got to get in the mood for homecoming because I believe this week we got this. So now to close our time together, we invite you to stand as you're able. Come on, put your cougar paw up. I love it. I want to see these cougar paws. Put your cougar paw over your Coug crimson heart and lift our voices to the immortal Cougar WSU fight song. And Butch is there too. What's up, Butch?
Thank you for joining us this evening for the 2023 WSU Recognition Gala. We hope you enjoyed your evening and look forward to seeing you next year. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. For those that checked coats upstairs, our exit this evening will be up the ramp, and your coats will be available at the top of the ramp. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful